Oh. Gotta be hit over the fence there, brother. Fuck! What's up, bro? Nothing. Alright, so... Alright, you see, I use the circle, dude. It's way easier. I mean, dude, there's definitely some dudes that shut me down, but... couple things I suggest. The picture that you're facing definitely matters, like how good they are. So, like, if I'm facing a dude that's an ace, he's gonna be hitting... Can you see that, like, the corners here? That I'm guessing? He'll be hitting the corners. All right, if you got a shitty pitcher or his confidence is low and you're rocking him, he'll just be hitting like up, down, in, out, like the more common zones. You see what I'm doing here? So he'll hit those zones if his confidence lower. It's a shitty pitcher. Good pitchers are gonna put it here, low and in, high and in, high and away, low and away. So that's the first thing on where you're guessing your pitches. Second thing, if I guess down, I start my cursor up. If I guess up, I start my cursor down. So like you're about to see here, I'll guess high fastball, but then I'm gonna start my cursor down here. So I know if I go down, it's a ball. All I have to do is go up with it. So I know anything down is a ball. So I'm guessing up with a fastball. I'm starting down here. Anything below the cursor is a ball. Otherwise, I just move up on it. You see what I'm saying? So, because if don't start the cursor in the middle, because then if you go down on it, you might not get down far enough. If you go up on it, I always start like away from where I'm guessing. So, if I'm guessing inside, I'm starting my cursor outside. If I guess up, I'm starting my cursor down. So like if I guess outside fastball, I'm going to start my cursor in here. Because it gives you a second option. Like if you know what I mean? Then especially if there's not two strikes, you just spin on it. So I guess if I guess high fastball and I move my cursor low and he throws a high cutter, you know, I could just spit on it, not swing. Like, oh, good pitch, tip my hat to him. Two strikes, I got to swing, but, you know, no strikes. And now I'm 0-1 right now. So I got to think, all right, this dude's not going to leave a fastball right down the middle, or he's not going to leave a fastball high. He's going to hit a spot. So, you know, low and in two seam, or low and in cutter, or low and away cutter. I'm not going to guess those common spots now because I'm down in the count. Now, if it's 2-0, I'm guessing high fastball and hoping he leaves one right down the middle. You know, if it's 0-1, he's probably going to throw a better pitch on the corner. You see what I'm saying? So, like, now I'll guess I'm down 0-1, so I'll guess cutter low and in. It's not low and in, so I'm going to start low and away. And that's a good pitch. I couldn't get to that one. I mean, we have it on hard difficulty, dude, so, like, it's not easy by any means. But dude, you'll get the hang of it, man. Like, just start, like, don't start your cursor right in the middle. Move it. And trust me, it'll help you immensely, because if you start it low, like, start your cursor where it's covering just the bottom of the zone, because you know then if it's low, it's a ball. There's no reason for you to have to go down on it. All you're going to do is go up. Or vice versa. If I guess low changeup and I guess high, I know if it's high, too high, then it's a ball. I just have to go down on it. When you start your cursor in the middle, you know, you might have to go up or you might have to go down. And that's when you start swinging on a lot of balls. Because it's hard to lay off those balls in the dirt, dude. Like, they look like strikes. So if you guess right, yeah, so if you could either guess, I always guess the pitch and the location. So you'll see here, I actually turn the settings on, so I'll set the settings up like it is for our league. So here, so you're in practice mode right now? Okay, so yeah, when you guess, you locked on. Okay, I mean, in our season, it probably just showed you a little tiny dot exactly where the pitch is going to be. Did that happen when you guessed it right? The dot and everything? Yeah, in ours it won't do that. It'll just show that you guessed high fastball. You don't know how high it is. But if I ever guess, I'm swinging like every time. Even if it's a ball, I'm swinging. If I guess it. But yeah, dude, so that's just... Guessing is important. Like, don't always just guess the same thing. If you always guess high fastball, you're not going to guess many pitches, because he's not just going to leave 0-1 or 0-2 pitches right down the middle, you know? So, be smart where you guess, and go with your cursor, go opposite of where you guess. So, I never guess off-speed high. If I guess change-up, curveball, slider, it's always low. Low and away, low and in, away. I never guess high. And then fastballs, I usually either guess high or in. I never guess fastballs low, because if they're low, I'm going to hit it anyway. So yeah, dude, that's the best advice I can give you. Just start your cursor opposite of where you guess the pitch. Because then he might throw it right into your cursor, and you get two guesses almost that way. You know what I mean? Because if you guess high and you just start low, you got both of those covered. So yeah, I usually start my cursor low and just move up on it, because that way I lay off those fucking pitches in the dirt. Oh, this is gone. So yeah, dude, I mean, the stick, I could get it maybe with your timing. It might help. But, dude, it's fucking hard to hit the ball, like, solidly with the stick. At least for me. I hit singles. I never hit fucking home runs when I use the stick. Yeah, that'll happen. And then it also depends on what button you press. What button do you usually press when you swing? Or you're using the sticks, so I guess that's you don't press buttons. But when you play, are you practicing with the circle like I was doing? The button you press matters, because square is power swing, and X is normal swing, and circle is contact swing. So whatever size your circle is, that's the size of your circle if you press X. If you press square, that circle actually is going to be even smaller. And if you press circle, your circle is actually going to be bigger. So you have more room for error if you press circle than obviously if you press square. So, for example, like, dudes that have a lot of power, I'll hit, if I have 0 strikes or 1 strike, well, 0 strikes I hit square every time. If I have 1 strike, depending on the hitter, I'll hit square or X. And then with 2 strikes, I'm always hitting X or circle even sometimes. With your contact hitters that you have, you should click circle almost every time. So for like dudes that don't have any, like, you know, like they might have 75 contact and their power's like 30 or 40, you might as well just hit circle, because if you hit X, you can hit it perfectly and the dude's just a pussy and he'll just fly out. But if you hit circle, he'll hit a ground ball up the middle. You know, but with your power hitters, if you hit circle, he'll fucking hit a fly ball, but if you hit X or square, he'll hit it out of the park. So the button that you press definitely matters. Like, I don't know who you have on your team. Like, what's your lineup go? Okay. Gordon. Okay, so far out of those 5, I'd be hitting, with 0 strikes, I'd hit X with everybody. Or with your first 2 hitters, with 0 strikes, I'd hit X. And then if you get 1 strike on you with your first 2 hitters, I'd be hitting circle. And then with your 3, 4, and 5 hitters, with 0 strikes, I'd be hitting either square or X. And I would never hit circle with any of those hitters. They're too good. So I would always be hitting square or X with those hitters. And then I don't know who your 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters are, but I'd probably be hitting X or circle. Never did what? What is? Oh, you. I think, is there a game that didn't register? Oh yeah, I think you could just go back and practice against them. I've never done that. But yeah, so the button, I mean, dude, everything goes into account. That's why this game is so fucking awesome, dude. It's so realistic. Like, when you're facing, like I said, dude, when you're facing good pitchers, they're gonna fucking deal up on you. Like, Chris Sale just 2-hit me. Like, they're gonna hit the corners. They're gonna keep you off balance. But when you start hitting people and their confidence gets low, or, you know, it's a number 4 or 5 starter that's like in the 70s overall, he's gonna leave more pitches over the plate than the good pitchers will. So you could change your guesses based on who's pitching. Like, you know, if I'm facing Josh Tomlin, I'm gonna guess up, down, in, out. If I'm facing Corey Kluber, I'm guessing down and in, down and away. You know, so same. Like, if I'm facing, you know, Masahiro Tanaka, I'm guessing down and in, down and away, up and in, up and away. But if I'm facing, I don't know who else pitches. Who's the Yankees' 4 or 5 pitcher? You know, if I'm facing Severino, probably in this game, I mean, he's probably not that good. I mean, I don't know, but I'd be guessing, you know, down, in, away, and up, rather than down and in, up and in. I'd just guess the more common zones, because he's going to leave more pitches over the plate because he's not as accurate as those good pitchers. If that makes sense. The pulse, that's what I use. The pulse. Right, that's why the game's awesome, dude. And then even to go one above that, even if you hit your spots, I've noticed it. Last year was much easier, but this year I'll pitch a perfect fucking pitch right on the outside corner, and since my pitcher's not that good overall, you know, if I got a pitcher that's like a 78, he'll fucking hang some of those over the middle, or he'll leave them over the middle of the plate because he's just not that good. So I like that, though. Like, but if I hit a perfect pitch with Kluber, he's probably throwing a perfect pitch. You know, if I hit a perfect pitch with Josh Tomlin, he might throw a perfect pitch, but he might leave it over the middle. And that goes back to when you're hitting against a shitty pitcher, you can guess those more common zones because he's going to leave them more over the plate. If you're facing a good pitcher, he's going to hit the corners.